Everywhere you look, the world is painted with color. From the simple, nostalgic rainbow to the secrets of the dark sea, color is a mystery with deeper meanings in every corner.
I think color does influence how we feel. I think that's the reason why people take so long to pick out colors for their walls, right? So when you're painting a wall, you're living in this space for an extended period of time, and it's because you want it to help you to feel something. You want to feel calm, maybe you pick a light blue color. You want some vibrancy, maybe you pick a bright yellow. And I think that sometimes when you aren't feeling your best, you're not going to put on colors that necessarily draw attention to yourself. Power colors sometimes make a difference. Or sometimes you want to stand out. I remember when I interviewed here at South, I purposely, instead of wearing like a black suit or a gray suit, I wore a cream suit. And some of my colleagues still talk about that to this day. Yeah, I'm a big fan of what's called spectacle in shows. I like to be able to enhance a story through the visuals and the sound that people hear. So color is a big part of that. So when I'm thinking about designing for shows, I try to think about the mood that I'm trying to capture and what colors might help convey that mood to the audience. But color is a part of it. It's like color with how people are standing on the stage, or how people look in an ensemble with one person standing out wearing a particular color while the rest are more muted, or how do they all look together? How are they creating the bigger picture of this world of the play?
Color plays a part in our lives far beyond the obvious. Its psychological effects play a role in thousands of parts of everyday life.
My thought process when choosing colors to make art are very, very purposeful. Color can really change a painting or a drawing or an artwork in general. So it's really important to consider in terms of what kind of mood you want to create, but also in terms of if you're creating an artwork that you want to feel really unified and cohesive, or if you're trying to create artwork that feels conflicting, then you would choose like different types of colors based on what you want. So artists that I think of that use color really well, a big one that comes to mind is Mark Rothko. He uses color he paints like giant fields of color. Like you would look at it and it's going to be a big red square next to a little yellow square or a bar of color. And he builds them up in layers, like a thin layer of red and another thin layer of red on top of a layer of yellow. And so his painting is like solely about color and how different layers of color influence one versus the other. And they're also huge paintings. So you'd stand in front of it and you'd be totally immersed in color. And you would definitely feel something when you're standing in front of a giant red square that would elicit a feeling from anyone. Wayne Debo is another artist that uses color in a really interesting way. He uses colors to kind of, he'll paint a blue shadow with an orange outline, and orange is the complement of blue, so that will make the shadow feel even cooler in tone, and it'll draw your eye to it even more. So he also uses one color to influence another. Yeah, when I'm viewing art, I am always paying attention to the colors that other artists choose. There is a lot that can go into mixing colors, so learning about how someone else mixes and uses and combines different colors to create the visual that they do informs my own painting a lot too, and you can learn a lot about the layering and styles and the emotions behind paintings by looking at others.
Above emotion and visual effects, color affects society. For generations, the psychology behind color has created controversy and guidelines in society.
A lot of stereotypes associated with colors. I think they work kind of both ways, right? There's expectations that, as little babies, you're dressing your baby girls in, things like pinks and pastel colors, and you're dressing your boys in very like primary colors and blues and greens. And then, when you have a baby that maybe isn't dressed like that, or if, a stranger can't easily discern the sex of the baby, there's often a reaction. Why is your little girl wearing such a boy outfit, or why is your little boy wearing right? Strangers tend to associate stereotypical views of children based on the color of the clothes that they're wearing, especially. Yeah, traditionally, color and gender in our society have been linked, and we see that from the very first stages of people throwing baby showers, and they're pink if people are expecting a girl, and blue if they're expecting a boy, and you automatically see this division of the color wheel based on the sex of a baby that's being born. Yeah, I think this division of color is so widely accepted in society because it just has been done that way for so long, and people don't tend to take the time to analyze why it is that way. And so they find themselves kind of caught up in these traditions that have now been going on, for quite a few generations, and don't take the time to kind of think about why that is.